Guys, did you know that there's still a government shutdown going on? And I think it's pretty safe to say at this point that the government shutdown at this point is, honestly, for lack of a better term, going on because of the fact that Mike Johnson and Donald Trump want to do everything possible to not release the fucking Epstein Files. Because, like we've talked about before, Adlita Gurhava, who just won in the Arizona 7th district, that in that special election there, she just won her fucking seat. She still hasn't been sworn into office by Mike Johnson because the Speaker of the House is supposed to swear in new people into the House of Representatives. Like that's the Speaker of the House's job, and he still hasn't done that because, again, we all know Thomas Massey's fucking discharge petition is about to go through. She is the vaunted 218th vote necessary to bring the discharge petition for it to go through, and allowing for a House vote, which assumably will also go through, to have the release of the fucking Epstein Files. And obviously, Trump has instructed the Republicans to do everything possible to stop that, and Mike Johnson, being the little stooge that he is gleefully dutifully following his orders that he has gotten on high. So Ruben Gallego and Mark Kelly are confronting Mike Johnson and are grilling him for covering up for predators. I think that's pretty safe to say, to be quite honest, because he is doing literally everything possible in order to just cover up the fact that Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump are friends, and the fact that Donald Trump's in the fucking Epstein Files. And he has been, we've known since May, thanks to the Wall Street Journal's reporting, that Pam Bondi told him back in fucking May that he is in the Epstein Files, and he appears in there multiple times. What do we have here?
The Trump administration is vowing more action during the shutdown. They've said they're going to do mass firings. The president's questioning if furloughed workers.
Okay, who the fuck cares about the fucking mass firings and furloughing of workers? The Trump administration, through DOGE, which is still in place, by the way, thanks to that fucking dumbass Elon Musk, still doing firings, mass firings of fucking federal workers. I am glad that the Democrats are showing a little bit of a spine, and they are standing resolute, saying like, no, you're not going to let the ACA. I mean, they could be demanding for more, by the way, but at least they're standing resolute on the fact that, no, you're not going to take away healthcare from 22 fucking million people. Like, fuck off. And it's a popular position for those ACA sort of tax credits to stay in place for people to continue having healthcare. And it's crazy how the Republican Party is willing to gamble away and get rid of healthcare for 22 million fucking Americans just to not have the Epstein Files be released. Although, let's be honest here, like, that's just like a nice little cherry on top for the Republican Party, because if they can take away healthcare from more and more people, they will do that gleefully. They are evil. They are terrible, terrible, miserable wretches, these fucking conservatives. If it means they can take away healthcare from fucking people and have more people suffer, then yeah, sure, fuck it, why not?
Will be getting pay.
Oh, hey, gentlemen. Nice to be here. Appreciate it. Good to see y'all.
Hi, Mike Johnson.
His congresswoman and a friend of ours, the leading.
Yeah, reopen the government so we can get back to work.
I mean, but this excuse just keeps on moving.
Yeah,
no, it's not great if you want representation.
Not last week.
No,
There's
750.
Wait, answer the question. We're happy that she got elected. She's filling her father's seat. That's fantastic. We have a long tradition here and a process of how we administer the oath to a member. You know, you served here for a while. We're going to do that as soon as we get back to work, but we need the lights turned back on so we.
So this is complete bullshit. Like, you can still swear in members of the fucking House, like, while the fucking shutdown is going on. There's no provision saying that you can't do that. You just don't want to do that because, again, you're a stooge to fucking Donald Trump. And Thomas Massey himself has said, it's like, yeah, the reason why he's not doing it is because that would be the 218th vote we need for the discharge petition. So that's why he's not doing it. And by the way, this is also the exact same motherfucker who basically called the House to recess for 6 weeks just as the potential release of the Epstein Files was about to fucking happen, he called for recess for about 6 weeks in order to just delay, in order to basically have the Republican Party try to spin up a fucking narrative to have people not be focused on the Epstein Files at all, because it's also affecting their base significantly. But that's not really working. Like, it's not effective, and it's just like, well, it's looking more and more like the release of the fucking Epstein Files is probably gonna fucking happen as soon as the House goes back into fucking session. They can only, by the way, delay this shit for so long, but it's just like, I don't fucking think that this is going to work out as much as these fucking people say. Let's be honest here.
Encourage both of you to go open the government.
Didn't we
so
do
can
that
get everybody
with
back to regular
Virginia
session.
Republican?
Keep in mind, Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego are both senators. And part of the reason for as to why this talking point even exists is because Chuck Schumer, when the threat of a shutdown was about to happen in March, decided to vote on culture and just capitulate to the Republicans for like literally no reason. Like, he got literally nothing out of it and just capitulated to them, and just allowed the government to stay open because of the Baileys were telling me that we have to keep the government open, so the Baileys told me that that means we have to keep it open. It's open. It's just like, oh my god, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is the one opportunity that you have to have some kind of fucking leverage and power, and you're letting it go to waste. Luckily this time, Chuck Schumer is having a little bit more of a spine and is not letting it go to waste this time, fighting on fucking on healthcare. So, better late than never, I suppose. And it's just one of those situations where it's just like, I mean, it had to take like something like this to fucking happen. It's just like, it's fucking ridiculous to me, man. Like, the only reason, let's be honest here, why this is even happening, let's be honest, is just because of Schumer being, well, a fucking coward. And it's just like, okay, bro, very, very cool.
No. The exception is there were 2 Floridians who were elected in a special election. This happened a couple months back. They were here on a day. They had their families here. They had a scheduled day for the oath of office, and the House was called out of session that day. They had all their family and friends here, so we went ahead and went through the process in a pro forma.
With all due
Let me
respect.
finish. Wait, let me answer the question if you're going to ask it. And so that was the exception we did because the family was here. Ms. Grijalva, Rep-elect Grijalva, has not yet had a scheduled day because she was elected after the House was out of session. So I am.
This is some fucking complete bullshit, bro. Like, complete fucking excuse. Bro, you're just trying to protect Donald Trump from the fact that he's in the fucking Epstein Files. Like, because we all know he's in the fucking goddamn files. He's in the motherfucking files. Like, you just want to protect your fucking pedophile in chief because, again, like, let's be honest here. This is the exact same dude who also is okay with having his son check his fucking porn history to make sure that he's not straddling away from the faith. Very fucking weird, by the way, to do that. Like, you should not be having your fucking son and checking your son's fucking history to make sure you don't, watch fucking porn. It's called having some fucking discipline or something if you really don't want to watch porn that much. Like, very, very fucking weird. But then again, like, who wants to make a bet? And this is stuff that have been constantly saying that Moses Mike Johnson over here is the fucking dude who's also heavily in the fucking closet. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, I'll be quite honest.
Anxious to administer the oath to her.
How much is this
As soon
actually?
as you guys
just
vote
don't
to
want
open the
her to be
government.
on Epstein. You don't want to be on Epstein discharge. How much?
It's totally absurd. You
no,
guys are
sorry,
experts
just
at
keep
red
on doing
herrings
this.
and
You keep
distraction.
moving along.
No, no.
It's not a fucking red herring. Like, dude, like, you literally called for the House vacation just as the votes and talks about the Epstein Files were really, really fucking picking up. Like, that's not a red herring. That's right on the fucking money. Like, cope and seethe, dude.
It has nothing to do with Epstein. The House Oversight Committee is working on the Epstein Files right now, releasing 34,000 pages and more on the web.
You know, she's key to that.
By the way, that 34,000 pages, it's all information that was already known. It adds basically nothing. It's complete fucking cope.
Let me finish. The House Oversight
Just
Committee.
keep coming up with excuses. This is an excuse so she doesn't sign on to that.
This is absurd.
This is the
That's
longest
true.
time the House
Do you
has
want me
been
to
on
answer the
Senate.
question? If you ask
Because
questions,
you're not
you
actually answering the
Because he's
question.
not answering the question.
Probably has to do with it.
Okay, you see, this is a publicity stunt. Let me tell you what's happening. The House Oversight
Cope.
Committee is working on
Massive
the
cope.
Epstein Files. There are some of the biggest bulldog.
Yeah, fucking coping Mike Johnson, bro. He just wants to protect little fucking pedo in chief Donald Trump. Let's be quite honest here. But here, Mike Johnson talking more about this shit. Says Republicans are working around the clock to fix healthcare. You voted for the big beautiful bill, which cut healthcare. So no, you're not. You're not fucking working on trying to fix healthcare whatsoever. If you were trying to fix healthcare in the United States of America, you wouldn't have cut it. Like, all these motherfuckers will have the cope response of, oh, well, we gave $50 billion as like a slush fund for rural hospitals, without ever mentioning that it was at $150 billion. That's a $100 billion cut right there, Mike Johnson Republicans. So, spare me it, dude. Like, he's just being obstructionist. That's it. So he's gonna like gallivant about just like, because he's just been doing like the media circuit and just like talking with a bunch of people, because currently Republicans are not in the House. They are also on vacation right now. They are not there. So even if it were to even go back into session, it's just like they wouldn't be there to begin with. Again, it's all about the fucking Epstein Files with this motherfucker. Like, he's trying to do everything possible to delay for as long as possible. But trust me, it's not gonna fucking happen. Like, it's only can go for so long. At this point, it's a matter of when and not if that those files are going to release. And by the way, like, this is also under the sort of guise for Donald Trump potentially thinking about, he asked the DOJ if he could fucking pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. They're trying to do everything possible in order to fucking cover up the fact that Donald Trump was in the fucking goddamn Epstein Files, that he was in the motherfucking goddamn files. Like, they're doing everything possible in order to cover it up, despite the fact that dumbass Trump was also the dude who said, like, yeah, I'll release the Epstein Files. Oh, well, maybe it's not a good idea for me to do that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. There's a lot of sussy things in there. It's like him and seemingly almost the entirety of the Republican Party have been in lockstep doing everything possible to make sure that shit does not see the light of day. And, well, Mike Johnson here is also has some culpability for that as well. And again, this isn't about healthcare. He could give less of a fuck about healthcare. You voted for the one big beautiful bill, which cut $1 trillion from Medicaid. Also triggered the pay-go stipulations that exist in Medicare. So that's also going to fucking see a cut as well. You just cut all the social safety nets that within the a structure of the one big beautiful bill in order to pay for trillions upon trillions of tax cuts for the fucking rich. So it's like, spare me it, dude. You don't give a fuck about any of this stuff.
So they created a red herring. A red herring is a distraction. They decided that they would pick a fight.
Very funny that this motherfucker is talking about distractions, even though he is also now doing everything possible with this shutdown to not let Adlita Grohava get into the fucking seat, because that would be the needed 218th vote. Again, like, spare me it, dude. Like, it's not fucking happening, bro. Like, she's gonna get it eventually, and those Epstein files are gonna be, they're gonna come out. Like, he's like, I care about healthcare. No, the fuck you don't. That's bullshit, dude.
On healthcare. Well, let me look right into the camera and tell you very clearly. Republicans are the ones concerned about healthcare. Republicans are the party.
Bro, Donald Trump has said for decades at this point, or for over a decade, rather, at this point, that, yeah, we're going to have a great, beautiful, fantastic fucking healthcare plan. And they've done nothing but consistently cut fucking healthcare for Americans. So it's just like, spare me it. You guys don't give a fuck about healthcare. Like, your whole plan was just, we're going to repeal Obamacare. And then it didn't get repealed. And now you're just, like, stuck holding that fucking bag. Because that shit was never going to fucking happen. It's so fucking stupid, man.
Working around the clock every day to fix healthcare.
I'm sure.
It's not talking points for us. We've done it. A big part of the one big beautiful bill, the working families tax cut, was to fix healthcare.
Yeah, by cutting the social safety nets, by cutting Medicare and Medicaid, that's going to fix healthcare. The logic's not fucking working out here.
Healthcare is broken in America. It's too expensive. The quality of care needs to rise. We need more access for more people, and we have lots of ideas to do that. But that...
By cutting healthcare for millions of Americans and allowing this shutdown to keep going on, which can cut healthcare for millions of Americans, or tens of millions of Americans, rather, and all because you don't want to swear in someone into office because of the Epstein Files potentially being released as a consequence of that. Again, it's just fucking cope. It's a distraction.
Issue is for debate in the next 3 months. It always was.
Bull fucking shit. Then you wouldn't have voted for the one big beautiful bill. But here's Marjorie Taylor Greene also talking about the shutdown. Very interesting that she's talking about what blaming the Speaker of the House and John Thune. I think she also in a Twitter post put some slight blame on the fucking president. Not explicitly. Like, now MTG is talking about how it's her fucking party's fault that the government is currently shut down. And I mean, again, like, there's no reason for the Democrats to move on this particular issue. Again, like, we can take a look at the dumbass, like, this is who they have to try to fucking negotiate with. A dude who just makes consistent fucking AI memes about how, like, who wants to fucking, like, this is the motherfucker that they have to fucking negotiate with. This complete utter child who's just making AI memes of Hakeem Jeffries in a fucking sombrero. And I think he also, like, this interaction put, like, Ruben Gallego and fucking Mark Kelly also in an AI video with, like, sombreros on them. Like, this is the party that you're negotiating with. You don't negotiate with these people. You force them to fucking capitulate. You force them to come to the table. You can't negotiate with these people. They are fundamentally fucking dishonest. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene also coming out against the potential dishonesty of her fucking party? Okay, well, that's crazy to fucking see.
New Washington Post poll. It shows that 47% of Americans believe that President Trump and the Republicans are mainly responsible for the shutdown. You see it here on the screen, compared to just 30% of Americans who blame Democrats. Of course, Republicans are the ones with the power. Do you agree with Americans in that poll that see the shutdown as your party's fault?
You know what? I don't think the shutdown is popular for either side. And so I see the shutdown completely.
She's not going to be explicit about it because it's entirely the fault of the Republican Party. Again, literally before the shutdown, on the day when the shutdown was about to happen, Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer had a discussion with the president. I think J.D. Vance was there, and the Senate Majority Leader, John Thune. They all had a discussion, and they tried to negotiate it. Obviously, it went nowhere, and in response, again, the fucking stupid AI sombrero fucking meme about the press conference was put out by the president on fucking Truth Social. So it's just like, you can't negotiate with these people. You don't fucking negotiate with fucking terrorists. So again, like, at this point, like, all right, let the shutdown happen. Let it happen. You let it happen, and you let it fucking go through. Because every single vote on it fucking failed. Which, good. This is good for the fucking Democrats. Because, again, one side of the fucking aisle is wholeheartedly unwilling to negotiate. Like, literally, Donald Trump said, like, oh, we don't need the Democrats. We don't need them. Don't negotiate. Don't talk with them. And that was not the fucking case. It was not going to get through the fucking filibuster because Chuck Schumer, thank God, decided to learn his fucking goddamn lesson from March about not letting that shit go through on fucking culture. Like, thank God.
Different from maybe my party leadership. And I'm not putting the blame on the president. I'm actually putting the blame on the Speaker and Leader Thune in the Senate. This should not be happening. And I don't think, look, as a member
She's
of
never
Congress,
going to blame
we
Trump.
have a low enough job approval rating. This shutdown is just going to drive everybody's approval rating that much lower.
So you're putting the blame on the leadership of your party?
Absolutely. We control the House. We control the Senate. We have the White House. I've been vocal saying, you can use the nuclear option in the Senate. This doesn't have to be a shutdown. But what we have to do is we have to work for the American people. And our country is so divided right now. We see it all the time in every single way. It's
Marjorie, you had a big part to play in the balkanization of the fucking United States of America because of your rah for fucking Trump, dude. The reason why America is as divided as it is because of Donald Trump. Like, he's the main guy who's dividing the fucking country with all of his, wholeheartedly just being incapable of taking any blame for anything that happens for himself because he's just incapable of doing that.
Divided in what I would say very dangerous ways. And we saw that with the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk, which has upset so many people across the board. And look, when it comes to hearing from senior citizens or my own friends and neighbors and my own family members and people that voted for me, and they're just saying, Marjorie, we just really want somebody to do something about health insurance premiums. We really want our government and our leaders to actually focus on our country for a change and fix our problems. That is the message I constantly hear from my district, and I'm a representative. I don't have to be a cheerleader for my party. I have to represent my district because those are the people that hired me and sent me here. And I myself, I agree with them, and I'm pretty much over the it's just drama constantly on TV. No offense, because you guys are on television, but that's all that we see in American politics now.
You know, there's
Marjorie, who helped catalyze that? Oh, the reality show TV president, who's wholeheartedly incapable of taking any blame for any of these stupid, divisive bullshit that he said. Again, he fucking made another AI meme. Like, you can't fucking negotiate with these people. They are uninterested in negotiations. Because again, like, Donald Trump also has an interest here in trying to keep the fucking government shut down for as long as possible, because he doesn't want the fucking Epstein Files to release. At this point, like, they're willing to risk, the healthcare of tens of millions of people simply due to the fact that he doesn't want files that he's definitely in to be fucking released. And also, like, they've been constantly talking about how they want to fire federal workers. They've been doing that anyways. So this is Kevin Hassett, one of Trump's dipshit economic advisors. They're just like, we're just going to fire a bunch of federal workers because the Democrats are not, this is the Democrat shutdown. It's great that he's allowing us to fucking do this, reduce the government workforce. By the way, every instance of them reducing the government workforce, all those, like, weather reporters and researchers and stuff, they secretly hired them back at fucking NOAA because it turns out there was no one available to fucking replace those spots. So, yeah... Wah, 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 wah. So it's just like, okay, they've been constantly hiring back a bunch of fucking federal workers, and essentially they've been just given, paid vacation with, just a bunch of fucking free time off that was paid. So, I don't know, objectively based for those guys, they got some fucking free time. Yeah, hell yeah, and they were allowed to just do whatever. Great, fantastic. It's so fucking ridiculous and stupid. Like, do they really think that a state apparatus as large as the United States of America can really afford a further reduction in that federal workforce? Yeah, I don't fucking think so, dude. But they'll fucking try anyways, and then end up rehiring all of them. So it's so fucking stupid. What do we have here?
And again, to be clear, what Russ is saying is that it's a circular that instructs the...
So yeah, like, Russ Vogt was instructed by the president to try to go after Democrat initiatives and in the federal government, in those committees. Again, I'm going to make a bet they're just going to rehire all those people because they've always done rehirings, all these people, because again, like I've said before, it's fundamentally fucking dishonest, like, because it's all just for show, like, and in this sort of, like, Project 2025 fucking playbook, because it turns out there's not people to fucking replace them on those positions, and they're actually important.
The cabinet secretaries to assess how they best want to respond to the government shutdown, and reminding them of the legal truth that if money is not appropriated for a position, then they then have the authority to eliminate the position. Of course, it's very intuitive, and that's an enormous amount of leverage over the Democrats.
No, it's fucking not, because it's not leverage over the Democrats, because you guys were already doing those firings and fucking rehirings anyways. So why would they why would you use that as leverage? You've already proven that you're not willing to do that. At this point, like, even the military is not being paid either. And there was, like, a floor on the, I think the Senate. Yeah, a floor on the, a vote on the floor of the Senate where they were trying to pass a bill to have money go to the military, to have them be fucking paid, to have, like, all the National Guard troops and shit get fucking paid that Trump is trying to use right now in order to do military occupation of Democratic fucking run cities. And guess what? That fucking failed. Guess who voted against that stuff? Oh, it was always the fucking Republicans. So again, it's one of those situations where it's just like, you can't negotiate honestly with these people. Like, they are dishonest. They are willing to do literally everything possible to make the lives of the average American significantly fucking worse. You do not negotiate with these fucking terrorists because they are just not honest and they are not interested in good faith negotiations. Like, what else is there to really say besides, well, the government shutdown, I guess in this latest episode of Keeping Up with the Government Shutdown now, is wholeheartedly being headed by the Republican Party because they're trying to do everything possible to make it such that the Epstein Files don't get fucking released by the DOJ because of the discharge petition that's slated to go through. And they are willing to risk the health care of millions of Americans and are just willing to further destroy the fucking government if it means that those Epstein files don't go out. So I don't know, spare me it. We already know his dumbass is in there, and that shit's going to come out whether these motherfuckers like it or not. Good to see that the pedophile in chief and his little fucking minions are trying to do everything possible to make the lives of people significantly fucking worse, all because the pedophile files is not going to be released to the public because the dumbass fucking Cheeto in power is currently one of the main people that gets mentioned in there consistently. So it's one of those situations where it's just like, fucking spare me it, Republicans. Let the fucking shutdown continue. You do not negotiate with these terrorists because they are fundamentally dishonest. Don't think there's much else to say besides that.